Good afternoon on a Monday. Welcome to the Talking Shop podcast. I'm Josh. This is Jacob. Michael's over here. We're ready to talk some shop. I'll only be here for part of the episode, and these two boys are going to take you home after that. But welcome, Michael. Give them a rundown on what we're going to talk about today.
Fantastic. Jacob, give them a rundown of what we're going to talk
Jacob,
today.
give us the rundown.
All right. Well, this week we're going to kick things off with our usual weekend recap, including Michael's gloat about the Celtics and Jason Tatum winning the NBA championship. Josh previews the upcoming Carolina Card Show, setting the stage for what attendees can expect. Then in hobby news, we're going to pay tribute to baseball legend Willie Mays and basketball icon Jerry West. We also discuss the upcoming one-of-one auto relic card of Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky and Josh's plans and expectations for the national convention. We'll also tell you what is new in the shop at Grand Slam, and then show you some of the hits from the shop and wrap things up with a crazy stat, even while Josh is on the road.
And it's not that crazy of a stat. I did get one. It's more of a funny stat, but it's not super crazy.
Go.
Someone could say a today I learned.
Yes.
Yes.
So, guys, how was your weekend? Josh, how were things at the shop? I know I asked you that, and I'm hoping that one day you say that everybody, so one person came in and bought everything on the shelves, and you have to take the rest of the day off.
Rather than just, it's either that or just one person came in. That was it. So, thank God, Fridays and Saturdays are our two best days, and it was no different this week. Saturday's our busiest day, so it was good. Sunday, what did I do Sunday? Besides church and hanging out with the fam, we did a little fishing. I got a paddle boat for Father's Day, and so me and one of my kids took that out and messed around with it yesterday, and then just hung out. So
the fishing hobby's getting out of hand real fast.
We're on a drought. We haven't caught anything in a while, but
it was that
time I went.
You should have known that, Josh. It's like when you open up, a box of wax and you have a whole bunch of hits. You can't expect hits all the time.
I was talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, unless you buy something from Grand Slam, it's a guaranteed 101, guaranteed auto in every box, or your money back. So that's been the standing thing.
Yes. Just come down on Sunday. We'll give you a full refund.
I was talking about this yesterday. I hit 15 one-of-ones last year. I haven't hit a single card lower than 50 this year.
Good for you. Holy cow.
Yeah. You're opening the wrong product, apparently.
Yep, that Chronicles you sold me.
You can come to the shop for a full refund on Sunday, and then head on over to Chick-fil-A for a sandwich that same day.
Jacob, you need another box of that
No.
Chronicles. I got one left on the shelf.
You can burn it.
So, my weekend, very low key, sort of recovering from the week that was. And so not much to talk about there. So, but I did want to touch on this Carolina Card Show that's happening in Columbia, South Carolina. Josh, you guys are going to be set up. How many tables do you have? What are you expecting? Let us know.
Yeah, so it's down in Columbia this weekend. Our friends down there in Lexington at Palmetto over there have put this card show on, so we're going to come down and support it and hopefully sell a bunch of stuff. But yeah, they're going to be a crew from the shop here going down there. I think we've got 4 or 5 tables, I believe.
Nice.
I think we got an extra 1 or 2 for some friends of the shop that are going to come with us and set up next to us. But it's going to be fun. It's their first show they're putting on, and so I know they're going to do it well, and it's going to be well attended. And I already know lots of people that come into the shop said they're going to try to make it down there. So, yeah, super excited. We're taking a.
This is a 3-day show, 2-day show.
Yep. So Friday from 4 to 8, I believe, is a little VIP access. If you paid for, I think, a VIP type of ticket, you get to get a little early entry on Friday evening, and then it's Saturday and Sunday is the normal show. So we'll be down there. We'll be down there all 3 days.
Hey guys, in the comments, let us know if you're going to be there. And if you are, make sure you come find Josh and his team. I'm sure you guys will have some great inventory, and
And we're buying singles as well. So if you have cards you want to sell, come see us down there in Columbia. We will make you an offer.
Nice. So, like, are you targeting specific sports? Are you like I don't want people to come up with like 90s junk wax like they usually do.
Yeah,
but like, are you looking for graded? Are you looking for numbered? Are you looking for like are there any like Otanis or anything like name wise? What are you guys looking for right now that if they came to the table, you would give them a fair price for their cards?
Anything in a perfect world, I would say mid to high end football, baseball, basketball. Doesn't mean we would rule out anything else. We have a big eBay store, so we sell on there. So that's where a lot of it will end up. But yeah, no, just people ask me that. I say, we want to buy the same guys that the rest of the hobby's buying. So it's always the GOATs and it's always the big names and the hot rookies and, the harder, better stuff to find. So yeah, not low end, probably not a lot of like bulk collections or anything like that. We want medium to high end hits, raw or graded.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be our
fantastic. Preference. Now, speaking of that, and we got a promo coming up a little later. Will you be accepting, or will you have signage out to accept cards for grading there?
Yes. So, I mean, Palmetto, the shop down in Lexington, is putting on the show, and they're a big PSA submitter. So unless you are a local Grand Slam customer that it's just easier to pick up there, it's hard to compete with them because they're a big submitter for PSA. So yeah, any of our regular customers that submit through us that are going to be there, we would gladly take any subs there.
Yeah. So like if you're at the show, you break some wax at the show, you get something, bring it up to Josh and the team. They'll evaluate it, and you know that you can come up to the shop and
and we're sending bulk orders off every week now. So it won't sit around long. It'll go fast, and things are moving pretty quickly there for PSA.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to take this moment. I wish we had some background music, like Queen's, like We Are the Champions, because my guy, Jason Tatum, finally, after 3 years of me predicting that the Celtics and him would win a championship, finally sealed a deal, and it wasn't even close. That game was a blowout. And there
we go. Boo. Hey, a broken clock is right twice a day. You finally pegged it.
That's the only reason why. That rule right there is probably the only reason why I'm still alive, is that I'm just by the grace of God. But so any thoughts on that? I haven't looked at any pricing. We looked at some pricing last week around Tatum, but any thoughts with regards to Tatum, his collectability, or is it just, you know what, hang tight now and hopefully they continue to put some pieces around him and continue winning championships?
Yeah, I think it just solidifies him as a good collectible. Like Giannis, you didn't see this enormous Giannis craze. You just saw like, all right, here's a good long-term potential good buy in the hobby type of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, Luka still is as well. Everybody knows Luka's going to be fine long-term. I always said it's going to be a little weird if Tatum doesn't win. Tatum wins, the Celtics win, and Jaylen Brown gets Finals MVP. Kind of needed Tatum to win that award, but he balled out that last game though too. So that
looked really good. I think you bring up Giannis. I even remember mentioning that it's going to be like Giannis. It took Giannis a while to learn how to win, but once he did, he really took it on. I hope that they continue to win. I think Jason Tatum has a personality. He showed that he was humble and was willing to give up points and get his teammates involved throughout the season so that they could win. So I think he could really if he wanted to, I think that he could be the face of the NBA. With Steph sort of fading out, Ja with his problems, Zion, never amounting to much. Giannis having a name that no one can pronounce. I just, I don't. I think he's set up for success in the hobby. So
yeah, I totally agree.
all right, Josh, what's coming new in the shop? Tell me.
So we sold the absolute daylights out of Series 2. I'm out of everything except for blasters. We've sold
That's
cases
bananas.
upon cases of, and I missed more sales on Saturday after we ran out, and I missed a few today. So I'm hoping to get more of that.
You don't have to scroll very far down on Instagram to see whether or not you can pull stuff out of blasters, because I have seen some monsters come out of the blasters. So good on tops.
Yeah, there was since the last podcast a really cool product by Leaf called Leaf Pro Set Pure Football. We've got those on the shelf. Saw a little bit of that opened. 3 autograph cards per box. They're all acetate, which I'm a fan of. Like acetate cards. So those are, and everything's numbered to 15 or less. There's veterans, rookies, prospects. So that product's cool, and that's new. On the horizon, we're looking at Tier 1 baseball. That's the next big baseball one, and that is the 3rd. So that's still like, a week and a couple days out maybe. So quiet week. I should probably, let's look here. Donruss Racing is this week. I will have it. Today's the 24th. It comes out Wednesday. So Donruss Racing. And then Tier 1 is next week. We'll talk more about it as it gets closer. Topps Chrome kind of came out of nowhere, and I saw boom, pre-order comes through, and all of a sudden it's launching. They added it to the calendar. That is like a week after next. So we'll have that coming. We'll talk about it more as it gets closer, but fill in stuff on the shelf. Leaf Pro Set Pure, Donruss Racing on Wednesday. And a lot of odds and ends just to keep the shelf full and have something to buy when people come in. So,
well, we're going to mix things up a little bit. Usually we save hits from the shop for the end of the show, but Josh, you've got more visibility into these cards and who pulled them and just how cool they are. So we're going to do hits from the shop now, and then we're going to cut away to our sponsor. But Josh, talk us through these hits from the shop.
Yeah, and you have to bear with me a little bit. This was pulled today. It was pulled out of a monster box, aka mega box of Series 1 tops. But these are like case hits in Series 2, and for some reason I didn't even know you could get them in Series 1 until today. So this is the true photo. Yeah. Yep. And so a customer pulled the J-Rod. It's roughly $100 card. Pulled it out of a mega box. So
those are
that was cool today. Yeah. I don't get a lot of pictures because stuff gets taken out of the store and open, and then guys send me pictures. But every now and again, I'll snap one in here if we're not busy. This is out of that Pro Set Pure, so you can see it's acetate. You can see through the card. This was numbered, if I remember right, to like 10, because everything out of this product is 15 or less. And so Puka Nakua, his stuff sells well. So there's a Puka auto that a customer pulled. And then some Leaf products that were, so these were sold Saturday. Customers took them, ripped them, and then sent me pictures. So I kind of mocked up these, but Travis Hunter out of Vivid Football. And these are all pretty low numbered as well. The next one is Shadur. So that's out of Leaf Press Pass. Little die cut auto. Very cool. He's a little bit of a chaser. It's hard to see the die cut. The picture was sent to me on a wood background. I have my own wood background, but that is a really cool jagged die cut there. And we've got, check this one out. This was out of Pro Set Pure as well. Brand new product. Stroud, AR, Clayton Tune, and Jaron Hall, little numbered to 8 quad auto.
This is what I love about Leaf right here.
Yeah, so this is the front and the back of the card. This was out of Leaf Metal Signatures. If you remember, that product gives you 2 1-of-1s per box. So this was one of them. You got Mike Schmidt, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Joe Montana, Brett Favre, and Dale Murphy. What the correlation is there, I don't know, but I'll take a card with those 6 on.
They're all on the same card. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're all dudes.
It says MVPs down there at the bottom, signature MVPs.
Oh, well, there you go. Good job, Jacob.
It would be nice if they would include that, though, on a lot of these multi-sport cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 101. You can never go wrong with a rookie Dominguez home field advantage. Those cards are so sweet looking. Is that the last one? That might be the last one.
One more.
Oh, a customer sent me this. Yeah. He said he had to go back through his box that he opened and noticed that this one was numbered to 10.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, dude, anytime you get an Ohtani numbered to 10, that's worth a picture. So thought that was pretty cool. But like I said, I'm not super diligent about getting pictures of every cool thing that gets pulled out of the shop, but there's some fun ones to look at.
Fantastic. Do you want to do your crazy stat, or do you want us to do that for you?
I want y'all to do that at the end. Yeah, because I'll bounce here in a minute.
Thanks.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, Josh, thanks. I know that Mondays are crazy for you. You got a thing, so go do your thing, and Jacob and I will take things after this word from our sponsor.
Take her on home.
Are you looking to get your cards graded? Well, here at Grand Slam, we've simplified the process of submitting and getting a card graded. All you have to do is drop off your cards and kick your feet up, while our transparent tracking ensures that you are up to date with every detail along the way. When you log into our website, you'll immediately be greeted with each card in the grading process, along with where it's at in the process and its final grade. And with over 1,000 submissions and some of the top cards across the country being submitted through us, we have become a well-trusted source to handle and submit your cards. So you can do more collecting and leave the chore of grading to us. So don't sit on grading your cards. Get them submitted today at Grand Slam, where grading's made easy.
And then there were two.
George. He can't do anything about it now.
I know. Now we could just start giving away product.
Let's do it to us first, and then we'll.
Well, guys, usually I save this for the end, but if you've survived this long, give us a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be asking you guys to comment here on a couple of these topics. So first topic is a farewell to Willie Mays. And I never really bought into the whole things happen in threes, but it's like Willie Mays, Jerry West, and Donald Sutherland.
Who's that?
Yes. Donald Sutherland passed last week.
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
He was sort of the older gentleman in the Italian Job.
Oh, I know him from Hunger Games.
He was, Hunger Games. Yes. Crazy great actor.
Oh, yeah.
So he passed last week. So, but
that's right.
There's a card podcast. So let's talk about Willie Mays. This is the Topps post, and I'll read it for you guys who are not watching. It says, "With great sorrow, we must say farewell to the Say Hey Kid. Willie Mays was a baseball icon and a giant of a man. His memory and impact will live on forever. May he rest in peace." Willie Mays. So a couple things. Number one, as a non-baseball card collector, did you know who Willie Mays was, Jacob?
So sounds so dumb, but my introduction to baseball as a whole was like T-ball. And then when I got like a couple years older, it was MLB 2006. And my neighbor was always like, "Man, I wish they had Willie Mays in this game." And I was like,
"Who?
Sure, I don't know who that is, but that's when I first heard about him, because I don't know anything about baseball even to this day. I know what I learned on here, but that's about it."
Wow. See, we're an education.
I know he's a legend.
As well. He is. There are some folks that would probably put him as the greatest to ever play the game. But statistically speaking, let me go through some career accomplishments for Willie Mays. 660 home runs. That's sixth all time. 3,283 hits. That's 12th all time. a little over 1,900 RBIs. That's 12th all time. 338 stolen bases, a 302 batting average, 2 MVPs, 12 Gold Gloves, which is second all time in outfielders, 24 All-Star appearances.
That's pretty insane.
Which tells you how beloved he was. And then one world championship ring. A piece of trivia, I guess I could have used this for crazy stat. He's the only MLB player in history to have a home run in every inning from the first inning to the 16th inning over his career. So he has hit a home run in every inning all the way to 16.
That's one of those weird things. Like, who is keeping up with that?
I know. It's crazy.
It's true though.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if you guys have any Willie Mays cards. If his passing may prompt you to maybe go find one at this weekend show in Columbia. I'm going to try to make it up there. I'm certainly going to see if there's any sort of, I don't know, affordable Willie Mays out there. This, what you're seeing here, is the same year as the Mickey Mantle rookie. So 52 tops. So, and I didn't want to go into pricing. I think it gets a little funky when we start looking at pricing after they pass.
Yeah.
So that sort of, I'm not going to do that. But this is one of his iconic cards. But wow, I just all the actors and actresses that are starting to pass, and these older athletes are starting to pass, just reminds me like I've got like 3 days left on this earth.
I know this is the demographic that Leaf goes after, like legends that aren't signed to contracts, and they go after up and comers that you've never heard of.
Right.
They could sign a guy at like your local high school that's tearing it up. So I looked up Leaf Willie Mays auto just to see if it was something they had him do, sign a few stickers or whatever. And it's nothing but cut autos, and the cheapest one up here is $550. But there's an influx of people listing them 3 days ago.
Yeah. So you may not have heard of Willie Mays, but just to give context, right? Like baseball guys are always stats guys. And I was looking for a player that is a superstar today and tried to get some context around what he would have to do to match Willie Mays. So can you look up real quick, and you could probably bring this up. I know I didn't want to talk about pricing and spikes, but I do want to figure out like what this rookie card is on the market for. Not solds, just what it's on the market for. So this is the 52 tops Willie Mays, and just look for it in like a low grade. I'm just curious. I know I should have done that before, but just bear with us. And while Jacob is
PSA
looking for
1.5. I figure that's a pretty low grade.
Yeah.
$3,200.
Yeah. So just to show you, right? This is even at a 1.5. You know, there's a 5.6. High end 5.6 looks altered. Wow. And it's 10 bids. It's 25.
Oh, he's transparent.
Yeah. So lots of
there's a 244.
Yeah. Lots of demand for this card, right?
So
the player, go ahead.
My question is for you, because like we talked about in the pregame, I myself am more of a collector than a buy and sell. I'd rather lose money on something that I just want to have in my house than selling. Would you rather have that Willie Mays for your collection, or would you like to be able to pick up a leaf cut auto of Willie Mays to have in your collection? I know everybody loves chasing after the rookies, but I've always been, especially with how bad – this sounds so dumb, and I swear I'm only 26 years old. With how bad penmanship is nowadays, I always love going back and seeing classic signatures. Like my family has a big poster of like a bunch of NASCAR signatures from the 90s, and they all look like they're just fantasy script. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I love
Right.
all that.
Honestly, I hate to say it, I would probably go for the 52 tops. It's an iconic set. It's a great image. It's a great image. And so from my understanding, most times cut autos don't have an image of the player. It's just the auto, right?
Yeah.
And so I like the image. So, but I digress. Or you digress. How
My
dare
bad.
you? And real quick, I want to catch up on the comments a little bit. Avery Greenwood, he's saying rookie card will hold the most value long term, in my opinion. I totally agree, Avery.
Oh, yeah.
It would. I think Jacob's question was which one I would rather have. And in
They're
this
on those
case,
little shelves behind you.
yeah, it looks. I'm a sucker for a good looking card, and that's a great looking card. So, so I wanted to add some context to this, right? And so, do you know who Mookie Betts is?
Heard the name on the podcast.
Okay, so he's flat out superstar in the league. Super likable. Won a world championship with Boston. Won another one with the Dodgers. Just for Mookie to match, if he played another 10 years, for Mookie to match or to get to the point where he has the same numbers at the end of the next 10 years as Willie Mays, he would have to average 42 home runs, 181 hits, 120 RBIs, and 18 stolen bases per year. Just for context, he would have to increase every one of these stats based on what he's currently doing. Home runs, he would have to increase by 72%. Hits by 22%. RBIs, 70%. Stolen bases, 14%. Basically, he would have to reinvent himself and become a new player in order to have the same career as Willie Mays.
In other words, it's
And
impossible.
Mookie Betts is considered one of the best players in the major leagues right now.
That's something we've also talked about before on a previous show, is that the people nowadays, I guess because of just injuries from like burnout or the price that they're getting paid, they don't play for long anymore. You know what I mean?
Mookie has dealt with some injuries, but I mean, back in the day, these guys played no matter what they were. If they felt dinged up, they would play anyway.
You got the flu, get out there and hit a home run or two.
In all fairness, right? I don't know if the Dodgers, who dropped $300 million on him, which seems like a really small contract these days,
light work.
They're probably saying, "Oh, you don't feel well? Yeah, let's pull you out of there so that we can get you healthy." So,
but even like the years, they just don't hang around like they used to.
No. I think the days of Albert Pujols playing, 25 years, almost 30 years, I don't know.
That's not happening.
That's not happening. They're just making too much money.
And exactly. They don't have to play. And more power to them. I mean, they earned that right, I guess, but it's insane. That's why a lot of those all-timer records aren't going to get touched, I don't think.
Well, here's the thing. So let's switch gears and guys, let us know in the comments. If you are a Willie Mays guy, if you have a Willie Mays card, if it's somebody you collect, I would love to know. Let's switch gears to basketball. So, do you know who Jerry West is?
I know he's the logo.
Say, I didn't know that for years. I didn't know.
I was a kid. I thought the logo was Michael Jordan.
No, those are on like a billion shoes, dude. That's Michael Jordan.
Well, it was a different pose. He can't always be flying like that.
Holy cow. Yeah, so they call him the logo. And guys, if you guys didn't know, apparently the NBA logo is Jerry West's silhouette dribbling a ball. So he passed. And if you could just scroll down, so there's him dribbling the ball, and then there's the logo, and then and he was super involved. Unlike, I don't know how involved Willie Mays was in the Giants organization, but Jerry West played for the Lakers, super involved still with the Lakers up until his passing. And so,
did you see that?
what's that?
Even last year, he would sign anything up until an 8x10 for $99, which is unheard of. Now, I just
Give me some context there. Give me some context. Why is that unheard of? Because that seems high to me.
I just bought tickets for GalaxyCon Raleigh, and I don't know if it's just people overvaluing themselves or vendors trying to make up quickly what they pay to bring somebody in, because I helped a buddy bring in some wrestlers for a convention, and they were charging like $3,000 for being at a show for 3 hours. And this wasn't even a big name. So, and he charged like $50 per auto, and he wasn't a big name. So I'm impressed. I know people like, and it's a completely different world, but I know Chris Evans charges $250 for an autograph, and all the main Marvel guys, even some of the B tier Marvel actors, charge $250 per autograph.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, scroll down here. I'm not super versed on vintage basketball, so I guess this is his rookie. It's 61-62 Fleer.
Never seen
Go ahead and, if you could, look that up on eBay. Can you bring that up if you had that on another tab? Just 61-62 Fleer basketball Jerry West. I just want to figure out, just for context, because I have another and just the listed. I don't want to see the solds. How he stands up against some of Jason Tatum's cards. So pretty, and that's an auto.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
Especially
Pretty
when you
reasonable.
factor in that his auto was only $99.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get his rookie card for an additional $20, and it's already PSA authenticated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some crazy math there, but like that's how you can break it down.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one of things that we should point out here is this is one of the reasons why baseball still rules the hobby, right? Because you have these legends, these iconic figures in baseball, and there's so much more demand over that card, the Willie Mays card, than the Jerry West rookie card. And so, real quick,
do you think the Mays gets a boost because it is part of that 52 tops set?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, not taken away from him at all. But
Absolutely.
for set builders, that's a set.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one that you can actually start with and not, have to sell 2 kidneys in a house, right? So, a couple things that stand out to me. He averaged 27 points per game, which is 6th all time. 14 NBA All-Stars, 9 finals appearances. He led the league in scoring in 1970. He led the league in assists. This is the one, and this could be a crazy stat. In 1969, he was the only player from a losing team to win the finals MVP.
That's cool.
Guys, let me know if that's mind-blowing to me.
That's pretty cool.
That you can lose the finals and win the finals MVP. He must have been spectacular. Or everybody else was super boring.
Because I guess I just don't pay enough attention to it. That's like the Super Bowl MVP being from the losing team.
Yes.
That is, and like, just come to think about it, you don't see that.
Right. Right.
But it obviously, like, say you could have just a dominant player and the team's crap in the bed.
Right.
Give the player the accolade.
So bring up, and we may have even done this last week, but bring up Jason Tatum's rookie card on eBay.
What year is that?
2017. Just bring up Prism Silver, PSA, whatever. No auto. Here we go. So there it is. Prism Silver, which is the one that's sought after. You're probably looking north of 800. I'm sure this guy would take 8.
Side
Why don't
note,
you go ahead?
that is a weak design. That is
Just-
terrible.
Well, go. Why don't you just to see, Jacob? Just put an offer in on that one for me.
This one right here.
Yeah, just 800. Yeah, just see if you'd take it. Just see.
Can't leave an offer.
Come on.
It won't let you.
Do it
This
for
one is accepting offers. Let's see.
do it for the pod.
Hold on, let me sign in real quick.
Josh
do it.
will reimburse.
I'll do it. I'll put in a low offer just for fun.
No, don't, because then you'll be that guy. Don't mess with that guy. Sorry, eBay. But for the next 10 years, right? Jason Tatum, and maybe this is why, this kind of surprised me. Maybe this is why baseball and basketball just may not even be on the same level ever in the hobby. For Jason Tatum to match Jerry West's career records, if he played the next 10 years, he would only have to average 21 points, 7 assists, and 2.4 rebounds, and he would be right there with Jerry West. Now, he would probably do the All-Star and All NBA team things, but he would need to reach 8 more NBA finals to match Jerry West. So this says a couple things to me. That Jerry West, based on his generation or his era, was probably a little bit better than everybody else. And Jason Tatum is probably closer to the pack. He's still an elite player, probably top 10, but a little more in the pack. But just thought that was interesting. Guys, let us know. Would you guys rather have
alienate the people that say like, oh, well, those guys couldn't hold up in today's league, and I'm like, give them their credit still.
Yeah.
I couldn't dominate in the 50s.
No, I don't. I think 5 foot nothing would still be really short back then. So that's where I'm at. So let us know, guys, in the comments. Would you rather have a Jerry West rookie card, and heck, for what we saw, autographed, authenticated,
$120, buy it now,
or a Jason Tatum rookie card?
I'd take the Jerry West just because something that old, autographed, even if before he passed away.
Yes,
it's still so cool.
It's not even close for me.
Right? And you're like me. The older it gets, I don't care about the condition. I just like you had those Rat Pack cards that are absolutely insane.
Yeah,
I have a Mickey Mouse card from the 1930s. It's a PSA 5. I don't care what the grade is. I just got a card that's 60 something years older than I am.
Yeah. So
I think that's cool.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on. R.I.P. Jerry West and Willie Mays, legends in their sports. So the next story I want to cover is this cool set that's coming out. Can you bring that up for me? And so it looks like Topps Dynasty.
It says Topps Chrome U.S. Olympic and Paralympic team hopefuls.
Interesting. And so they're sneaking in a Topps Dynasty card in there?
I don't know if they're taking away from the design or what.
What's the next photo?
Just the gear.
Oh, what they're going to be chopping up. Okay.
I think this is cool.
Look, I'm an Olympics guy. I love the Olympics. I love the pageantry. I love the fact that you get to represent your country. And so it's funny, right? One of the best finds I ever found in the wild is at Five Below. They had for $5, they had this random box of 2012 Olympic hopefuls. And we opened it in the house, and it's like Michael Phelps. Who's the gymnast? Simone Biles. I mean, all these gold medalists, and and obviously the parallels are bronze, silver, and gold. That makes sense, right? But we didn't hit an auto, but I think this is super cool. I think Topps, they've been on such a design roll. I can't wait to see what these cards look like.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I was having this argument or discussion with somebody about 2 weeks ago. On paper, the Olympics should be must-see TV. You have the best people in any given sport from all over the world. But it doesn't get the attention nearly as much as the American sports. And why do you think that is?
Number one, when it's not on our side of the world, the time change.
Okay.
I mean, that's just baked in. Yes, it's summertime, and if you needed to, get up super early, you could, or just stay up all night and catch it. But number one, it's a time change, and quite frankly, I think.
But even then, though, there's buzz around it, but nowhere near the NBA Finals, nowhere near the Super Bowl, the World Series, because this is the best of the best. And I know you could have the argument about USA poaching a lot of talent, but we won't get into that. But wouldn't you think that this, I guess I'm picturing like a 1960s family, like everybody's gathered in the living room. We got to be here at 6 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It'll happen around certain sports, right?
Okay.
I can guarantee you there's some crossover from people who love the World Cup and they'll watch the soccer.
Right.
There will be a large amount of Americans watching the gymnastics because Simone Biles. There will be a smaller subset of people watching in America because we've got 2 track and field athletes that will dominate. But for the simple fact that when these athletes leave the Olympics, they're out of the spotlight.
That's true.
There's no longevity unless somebody signs a contract like a Usain Bolt or a
Kurt
Michael
Angle.
Phelps or Kurt Angle. But it's forgotten that I think Mike Tyson has a gold medal in boxing.
I just brought up Kurt Angle because he's a wrestler that won 2 gold medals and then went on for like a 10-year career in the WWE.
But is that part of his persona?
Yeah.
Okay.
And supposedly, you go back and watch the footage. He won one of them with a broken neck, which is insane in Greco-Roman wrestling. But it's always bothered me that there hasn't been more mass appeal to something that on paper would be can't miss.
I can't wait for this set. Hopefully Josh is able to get some of these boxes. I'm hoping that hopefully this is not a online exclusive. I'm hoping this finds its way into hobby shops before or during the Olympics. I would love to open a box during the Olympics and pull something really cool of an American athlete doing something really cool. So let us know in the comments. Is this a product that you're going to open? You're going to get all patriotic and fall back in love with the country and open this box during that'd be cool to open a box either during the opening ceremony or during the closing ceremonies. I think that'd be super
You
cool.
mentioned that, and now I'm just like fantasy booking like parallels in my head. Like we talked about it a couple weeks ago, the cherry blossom from I can't recall the product at all. Like that's a beautiful thing. You could have like a parallel, and it's just like the countries of the athlete. It's their flag repeated on like a step and repeat. Ooh.
Right? Yes. Like my favorite parallel out of Topps baseball is Independence Day.
Yep.
And so to have that and like
biased.
Bronze, silver, gold, like low number that you could hit out of there with on-card autos, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's open a case of that stuff. I'm gonna punt on the next subject. We're gonna ask Josh. We're 30 days to the Nationals, the National, not the Nationals. So we're gonna punt on that for next week. Are you planning to go? Because I want to loop you into that conversation.
No. I was gonna go if they were wanting to have a bigger presence, and if you were going, but I'm probably set it out this year too.
Okay. All right. So we'll ask Josh next week. So I think we're going to wrap things up with crazy stat of the week. And I think we've got a couple good ones. So go ahead and bring Josh's up and you can share mine. We'll say goodbye after that. So this is Josh, and it says the Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Schott was annoyed after her team swept the Oakland Athletics in 4 games in the 1990 World Series because it denied her revenue from a Game 5. She refused to pay for any post-game celebration for the team, and the Reds celebrated on their own with hamburgers. Awful.
Now that's a party.
He's like cookout on the Mount Rushmore of bad owners. Holy cow. Yikes. All right, let's get a little more positive here. This one blew me away. So, Barry Bonds made 85 fewer outs than Ken Griffey Jr. did in 1,300 more plate appearances. That's guys, I know we're like Barry Bonds, Greg Maddux, and Tony Gwynn lovers when it comes to
we addressed it about 10 minutes ago.
But what's that?
Those old records,
yeah,
and the difference in a lot of them aren't going to be touched.
No.
So you will continue seeing Barry Bonds and Tony Gwynn and everybody else that we talk about every week.
Yeah,
because those can't be touched.
There's a clip floating around with Derek Jeter asking Barry Bonds how he would fare against like Satchel Paige, and Barry Bonds is like, me? Oh yeah, it's gone. It's out of here. I mean, just
I saw that.
It's fantastic. So, guys, if you guys hung out with us either throughout this episode live or you're catching this on the replay, thank you. Leave a comment, subscribe, let us know how we're doing. Leave a review. Jacob, thank you for taking some time. Thanks for producing. Josh, we missed you on the back end of this episode, but you'll be back next week. And guys, thanks again for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.